which is an equation for the circle with a center at -2, 3 and a radius of 3. Okay, so I want you to use the formula sheet often on every question if you can, and just look to see if anything on there is helpful. In this case, it does give us the equation of a circle, but it's written in a different form than what they've given us over here. But if we look at this standard form for the equation, we know the center is at h, k, and we know we can find the radius because it stands for r. So basically what we have to do is we have to take these answers. Well, let me start over. We're going to plug these into the equation of a circle, and then we're going to multiply it out to see which one matches. Alright, so let's go ahead and plug in. So I'm going to label this h and k, and this is r for radius. So I'm going to get x minus, and then my h value is a -2. So minus a -2 ends up being the opposite of -2, which is +2. And then y minus, and my k value is 3. And then my r is 3 as well. So now we need to see which one of these matches this equation, which means we're going to have to multiply it out. So I'm going to start off by taking x plus 2 and I'm going to square it. I'm going to show you the scratch work for that over here. So if I take x plus 2 squared, that's the same thing as saying x plus 2 times x plus 2. I'm multiplying that number twice. So I'm going to FOIL method on this first one, which means multiply the first times the first. X times x is x squared. The outer times the outer. The inner times the inner. And then the last times the last. Then I would combine my like terms to get x squared plus 4x plus 4. Alright, now I'm going to take and I'm going to multiply. Let me change colors here. I'm going to multiply out this one right here. And this time I'm going to use the box method for multiplying in case you want to see that. And then you can pick your favorite. So I would do y minus 3 times y minus 3. And this time I'm going to box multiply instead of FOIL. So I'm going to put a y and a -3 here, and then I'm going to put a y and a -3 here. And just like you do with Punnett squares in science, you're going to multiply to figure out each space. So y times y is y squared. Y times -3 is -3y. Y times -3 again is -3y. And -3 times -3 is +9. Now you would want to combine your like terms by adding them. So you would get y squared minus 6y plus 9. And all of this equals 9 because we have 3 squared over here, which is 9. So I know it's kind of messy, but now I've gotten it down to this point, and I just have to rearrange it so it matches one of my answers. So I'm going to put x squared first, then y squared, and I'm just going to kind of cross them out as I go. Then I'm going to put my 4x minus 6y. And now I actually have some like terms, so I need to combine them. So 4 plus 9 is 13. And then lastly, if you notice, each of these are equal to 0. In general form, it has to be equal to 0. So I'm going to minus 9 from each side. So x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 6y plus 4 equals 0. Whew! Let's see which one that matches. I think it is this one.